Hey, I think we're live. I want to double check that we're live. But I think, let's see. I don't know how to find out if I'm live. Uh-oh. Okay.
Tori, I think there's spoilers on screen right now.
Oh, no, there's not spoilers. That's just who's in the show.
Oh, okay.
You're good. All right. Yeah, we are live. Okay, so is the... Okay. I'm going to... It's time. It's time. Everybody mute. Everybody on mute. Okay. Wrong thing. I need that there.
It's the Muppy Show with our very special guest stars, Tori and Kim! Yay!
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the fandom on the Muppy Show tonight.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Muppy Show tonight.
Why do we always come here?
I guess we'll never know.
It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show.
But now let's get things started.
Why don't you get things started?
It's time to get things started.
The most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational. This is what we call the Muppy Show.
Hold on. Rich Winter Award featuring Matthew Tatum and Adam Rosewood, Alan, Andrew Kilpatrick, Uma, Billy, Robbie, Mike Westfall, hey, Larry, Richard Bowman, hopefully, Bowman, Danny Horn, Matthew Silverman, Ado Keating, Eric Fairclough, Anna Petunia, Matt Cook, Oh, Hennessy, Lucas Cross, Whip Gorho, Aaron Carmiggy, and Tori Schmidt. Hey, I wish I were you guys watching this award show for the first time. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the very third Muppet Twitter Awards. We are here. We made it. It's awards night. We're all here, friends and family, and at least 2 baby animal plushes. So now, before we get into the actual awards, it's time for an opening monologue, and I promise mine will actually be funny. So I get a lot of questions of people asking us how we come up with the nominees for the awards. Well, it's very simple. Me and my co-owner, Kim, we sat in a meeting and we went through the Google form and we went category by category, writing down each of the names of the nominees. And then I put all those nominees' names on a board and I grabbed 8 darts, and whatever darts hit the names were the ones. So whatever names got hit by a dart were the nominees. Now, we couldn't go exclusively with the dart method, because if we did, that would have meant that my chair, my record player, and my neighbor's dog would have been nominated for an award tonight. And we just couldn't have that. Sorry, Fido. Maybe next year. All right, now it's time for some classic award show, calling out some people in the audience. Matthew Gatos and Sam Schultz of Commitment are here. Yeah, and weirdly enough, and this was not planned, they're right next to each other on my version of the screen, which is really funny. Interesting enough, because of how Muppet-ish this evening is, they're going to have to cover this when Commitment reaches 2024, which of course will be, by my calculations, at the heat death of the universe. Let's see, who else is here tonight? Call it a Muppetational long shot, but Shane Keating's here. That was not a good joke. Don't Muppet quote me on this, but Matthew Soberman's here. No, not a good joke either. Okay. Muppet, picture this. Danny Horn's here. No. Nope. Also quite bad. In a little bit, once the first awards start to get presenting, I'm inspired by Robbie. Robbie is here. Robbie, who has been making the Muppet polls the last couple months. Robbie, of course, does the Muppet polls, so I'm going to do my own poll on Twitter that I'm actually going to post during the first nominee. And it's my phone was playing my own thing, and it's going to be a brand new award called the Whatever Award, and there's going to be 3 nominees, and the nominees will be Robbie, Floyd, and Grover. And so vote for the Whatever Award down. Some people are very confused, and other people are laughing hysterically, and it really shows who's who in this place. I'm sorry. Who's? I got distracted. I'm so sorry. I got to check my notes. Technical difficulties. I should say this is our first year doing it live on Google Meet, so there are gonna 1,000% be technical difficulties. And anyway, so some people have thrown out the ideas of doing drinking games tonight, which I can't recommend. Drinking every time Tough Pigs or Muppet Mayhem win. I mean, you can do that if you want to die within a half an hour, but I wouldn't recommend. What I would, what probably is a little safer, is doing what I assume Mary is already doing, which is drinking every time Kendall Roy loses. That's a little safer, I think. But you know what? Let's park ourselves right where we are. Let's park ourselves, because our first presenter this evening is the creator of the fantastic Muppets in National Park series. Please welcome Danny Beckwith.
Well, thank you for that delightful introduction. This is my first Muppetwt award, so I'm ecstatic. I wore my bow tie specifically, and I spent a lot of time in the national park. So on the way here, I actually hit a fork in the road. Now, I tested that joke, but I realized you guys probably heard it 3 or 4 times already. So I'm not gonna. I've already gone there. So our first. Thank you for some laughter. I appreciate that. So our first award is for best gimmick account, much like this award ceremony in general. And the nominees for best gimmick account are Muppet Quotes, Muppet GIF or GIF, however you prefer to say that, of the day, Sesame History, Daily Wembley, Daily Muppet Sketch, No Context to Jim Henson, Muppet Pictures, and Sesame Street Bangers. All right, so the winner of the best gimmick account goes to Muppet Quotes. Congratulations, Muppet Quotes. I wish I had something to quote for you, but unfortunately, I'm all out of quotes tonight. I think we'll come up with some good ones after the show, though, so I hope to hear those later.
Well, I do happen to have some quotes. Something I have been holding on to for quite some time. Fozzie Bear : thank you, and thank you. But seriously, folks, we'd like to thank the countless number of people who have written for the Muppets for almost 70 years now. Muppet Wiki for their invaluable transcripts. Joe Hennis, Ryan Rowan, Jared Fairclough for letting me be part of the Tough Pigs family. And most of all, the nearly 7,000, probably close, over 7,000 at this point, of you on Twitter who read, like, and retweet us day in and day out. I could not have achieved this without all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, congratulations, Matthew. You know, we all love to buy stuff, and we all need to buy things. And so I think it's time we move into the merchandise. And our next presenter, you might know from Tough Pigs of the Muppet Wiki, but you probably more know him as the president of the Chicken Parm Sandwich Fan Club, Mr. Shane Keating, whose mic is not on.
Oh, duh. Thank you so much. Nepotism got me where I am today in that category. As Tori just mentioned, I'm here to present the award for Best Merchandise this year. And speaking of merchandise, as you may or may not know, I am also up for an award this evening for a video I made called Shane Eats Muppet Stuff. And I thought, in that honor, tonight I would eat something very special for you folks live on camera. Just have to find something. Let's see. I could eat this Marshall Grover figure. No, that won't work. This Kermit cake or cookie press thingamajig. It's close to food, but no, that's not it. This sheet music for the Simon and Garfunkel Boxer song. No, that's not even Muppet related. Oh, this is perfect. This is something special, one of a kind. You cannot find anywhere else. It is a drawing that Carol Spinney made for me of Oscar the Grouch. Can't get more special than that. So I guess we just have to fold it up so it fits on the bread. We got us a bread here with a plate. And I see Tori telling me not to, but guess what? I'm gonna do it. Spinnylicious. And now to announce the nominees. First up, Floyd's hat from Mickey of Glendale's. The Baby Animal plush, also from Mickey of Glendale's. The Muppets Mayhem, gotta remember the full title. The Muppets Mayhem vinyl. Gonzo's chili pepper shirt from Hot Topic. The Muppet Christmas Carol Funko Pops. The Kermit cardigan, also from Funko Pop. Oh my God, also from Hot Topic. I wrote it down and I still can't say it. And the Sesame nail polish from Sally Hansen, Becca's favorite. But will it win? I gotta tell you, the winner is the Muppets Mayhem vinyl record. Congratulations. Who's here to accept it? Is Bill Beretta here?
I am.
Is Jeff York's here?
I'm here.
Oh my God!
Am I here? Am I on?
Yeah, you're here.
Is my image all glitchy?
You look fine to me.
Okay. Oh, that's very sweet. We had a #1 album. That's insane to me. The Electric Mayhem had a #1 album. And then Disney, and then Disney ate it alive with one of their own when the Little Mermaid live action soundtrack came out the following week. So yay. So even if we were to get no merchandise whatsoever, oh wait, we did get no merchandise whatsoever. But even if we got mostly more than that, less than that, no merchandise, as long as we got this album, this was, as many of you have heard me say before, this was like my long-winded way of getting this album. Making this show was my long-winded way of getting this album. All I wanted was to make an Electric Mayhem album. At one point, someone suggested, well, it might just be digital. And I was ready to go on a hunger strike. That was not even an option. It had to be vinyl, it had to be color, and it had to come out. I can't believe we made it. I can't believe I got to write the liner notes. I can't believe I got to co-write a song. That's insane. Got to thank Linda Perry, all our composers, Hannah Friedman, Dan Pinella, Ed Mitchell, Steve Morell, our music supervisor, Keir Lehman, Disney music exec, Don Soler, Disney Music, all our musicians. Did you guys know that Ringo Starr plays on this album? That's insane to me. Thank you to Danny Iglesias at Muppet Studio, and a huge thank you to Matt Taylor incredible artist who made an image that is worthy of the mayhem. I'm still working on getting that released as a print, but and then yeah, to the Muppet performers for bringing this to life. These would have just been songs, but these are now Electric Mayhem songs. Finally, to Nora Singh at Waxtown Records for busting her butt, to finally getting these aimless rock stars finally hunker down, focus, and put their tunes on wax. And thank you guys for voting. Appreciate it.
Well, next category is best song, and I hope you all sing along. Down in New Zealand, here's Jerry Fairclough.
I'm sorry. What are you wearing? Oh, God. This is awkward. Hello, everybody. I'm Jared, and I'm here to sing not sing best song. Why would I sing best song? Tori sang. She's done as much as we need to do. I'm here to present best song. I love songs. I've written a little poem about songs. I think you'll enjoy it. It says, songs are around whenever you need them. Songs follow you wherever you lead them. Songs keep you company when you're alone. So find a song you can call your own. You can't go wrong. All you need is a song. I wrote that, and I call it, remember when Jon Stewart sang that to Elmo? That was weird. Anyway, I'm here to present best song. Now, if this was like one of those televised things like the Emmys or the Oscars or the Grammys, we'd obviously hear the song live. We can't do that, obviously. So instead, I'm going to listen just to the songs a little bit, and like you can just watch me react to them. Obviously, all the songs, as many of you will know, are from the Muppets Mayhem. Now, I don't want to have to say, rock on, the Muppets Mayhem, mayhem, the Muppets Mayhem, constantly. So I thought, how can I remind you all that it's Muppets Mayhem? So I decided to wear my Muppets Mayhem shirt, my Muppets Mayhem lanyard, and my Muppets Mayhem hat, all of which I got at the premiere of a show that I can't remember the name of, but I'm sure it was pretty good. So I'm going to put these on, and I'm going to listen to the nominees. The nominees for Best Song are Rock On, Mayhem, good one, good one. Bridge Over Troubled Water. I do remember that one, Floyd. Thanks for asking. Soup to Duke, which I've had to illegally rip because that's not on the album. Soup to Duke. Anyway, We Are One, Muppets Mayhem. Did you know that Ringo Starr played drums on that? Good one. Rock and Roll All Night, Muppets Mayhem. And Part of Every Day. All You Need Is Love. Do you know Ringo Starr played drums on that? And Gotta Be. All classics, all classics. And the winner is Rock On from the Muppets Mayhem.
Yay! Thank you. Any one of them that you would have picked would have been amazing. I'm actually a little disappointed that Soup to Duke didn't win, and that Gonna Get There wasn't even nominated. But that's fine. This song is a crazy one because this was co-written by one of our writers, Hannah Friedman, who plays the lead for Shirley. This was at the end. We had to do the last song, which was, believe in us, we had a bake-off where we had all these different composers submit songs. And Hannah's like, I have a song. She's so incredibly talented. She and her writing partner, Dan Pinella, submitted this song. What can she do? And it was amazing. And it wasn't going to be our last song because it didn't fit tonally. But we all just looked at each other and were like, this is amazing. This could be our theme song. I guess Adam was the one who was like, this should be our theme song. And Bill was the one who was like, it is not our theme song. So we fought, we wrestled, and it became our theme song. It's the best. Thank you guys for voting for it. I also additionally want to thank Mick and Mike Giacchino for work on the music. This is very exciting. We made Muppet songs. thank you guys for enjoying it.
Yes, you did make Muppet songs. And what could... Okay, I just got threatened to be sued if I did it. Okay, so I try to make little funny jokes for each person who I'm introducing, but the next person did something so hilarious that there is no need making a joke about it, because what you folks who are on the YouTube stream are about to see is absolutely incredible. So without further ado, here's Muppet fan artist Christio.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I'm going to make this quick because, believe it or not, it's extremely hard to see in this helmet. There's also an obscene amount of chin sweat that I was not prepared for. So on that awkward note, the nominees for Best Audio Editing of a Muppet Fan Podcast are Sam Schultz, Kermitmit, Becca Petunia, Hubbawa, Jared Fairclough, to introduce our guest star, J.D. Hansel, The Great Muppet Fandom Panel, David Levy, Muppetwt, and the winner for Best Audio Editing of a Muppet Fan Podcast is Sam Schultz of Kermitmit.
Wow. Thanks, everybody. I didn't prepare anything to say, but I'm so glad that, I'm glad I get to do this project. I'm glad I get to do it with my friend Matt and get to know him better and listen to his voice for like several hours all the time and listen to my own voice constantly. But I'm glad you guys like to listen to my voice too. And yeah, this project, I love this project and I love this community. So thanks.
There are a lot of things that are synonymous with each other. Salt and pepper, salt and butter, salt and peanut butter, salt and a lot of things. But one thing that I think is synonymous is this next presenter and the Muppet fandom. Please welcome Joe Hennis.
Thank you, Tori. I thought you were going to say that I was synonymous with salt. I don't know how I would have felt about that. Folks, Muppet fans are incredible. We are capable of literally anything. Jim Henson taught a lot of important lessons that we've all taken to heart. And just one of them is the idea that the best way to achieve your goals is to surround yourself with good people. Jim developed a sense of community that helped him grow a business, create lasting franchises, and develop art. In all the stories I've heard from people who've worked with Jim, I never heard one person mention money, because it was never about profit, it was about community. Much like Kermit road tripping across the country to Hollywood, he found a bunch of people who shared his dream, and with that mindset, he could accomplish anything. Muppet fans have taken that mentality and run with it. A perfect example can be found in the Muppet Table Reads. Spearheaded by Beck, a group of Muppet fans came together to participate in script readings of our favorite Muppet movies. They've been giving incredible performances, some with spot-on impressions of the characters, some with these heartfelt readings, or in my case, embarrassingly bad ones. The Muppet Table Reads are not only a monument to our love of the Muppets, but a shining example of what Muppet fans can accomplish when we work together to create something special. It is with great pride that I present this special Muppy Award to the team behind the Muppet Table Reads.
And to accept the award, please welcome Beck and Max.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is such an honor to be speaking at the Muppies. I have not attended a Muppy show before. This is very exciting.
Yeah, I haven't either. So this is insane.
We're not used to this. We're kind of starstruck at the moment. But thank you so much to everybody in the Muppets Table Read so far. Whether you've been in one or multiple, your dedication and talent have just managed to astound us both, and you should all be incredibly proud of yourselves. We are doing a few more in 2024, and I'd be happy to chat with anyone who might be interested. It's definitely like, invites open to the community. As Joe had mentioned, everyone in this community is excellent. And special thank you to the Fraggle Rockers, some good friends of mine who provided their time and support to help make this happen as co-producers. Yeah, thank you, Muppet fandom. You guys are excellent people. I love you very much.
And I would also like to special thank Beck, especially. They've been keeping this thing afloat, and it's their baby, and it's ridiculous how such like a little idea could like balloon into something like so big. And I thank you so much, Beck. This has been great.
Thank you, everybody.
Real quick, I meant to say this earlier. If you present an award and the winner's not here, just say that you accept on their behalf. Should have mentioned that a long
Oh yes,
time ago.
we are accepting it on behalf of Muppets Table Reads.
Well, yeah, not you. You guys are the Muppet Table Reads. But seriously, congratulations to the Muppet Table Reads. If you want a full list of everyone who is technically nominated, check on Twitter. There's just a million people. And you know what? I figured, why not share the love around? Why not keep the Muppet Table Reads love going? So here are two of the actors from the Muppet Table Reads, Andrew and Tova.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How's everybody doing tonight? Pretty good, it seems like. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. My name's Andrew, and I play the role of Kermit the Frog in the Muppet Table Reads.
And I'm Toba, and I play Gonzo. And now it's time for the part of the show where I will eat this tire to the tune of Flight of the Bumblebee. Maestro, I'm ready for my...
That's great, but I'm not sure that we really have time for that right now. We've got a lot of awards left to go, after all.
Oh, sure, right, yeah. That's for the after party.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you see? These guys are infectious. We can't get them out of us.
Sure are.
Now, our work performing with the Muppet Table Reads obviously showcases the love for the brilliance, humor, and overall heart that the Muppets exude, but it's definitely not the only way that their work, past and present, is currently being celebrated.
As Muppet fans, we love what we love unashamedly. And the nominees for this next category are no exception. Whether it's retrospectives or deep dives on characters, performers, or individual specials, or just something silly but only partially related, these nominees are doing some amazing work in video form with exploring Muppet-related topics.
So here are the nominees for Best Fan Video/Video Series. Shane Eats Muppet Stuff.
The Muppet Deep Dive Series, episodes 1 through 10, Mupptown Funk.
Animation Look Back, The Muppets, parts 4 through 7.
Reach Your Hand Up High, parts 1 through 8.
The Tough Pigs Pride Month live stream.
And The Tale of Lady Gaga and the Muppets Holiday Spectacular, a retrospective Mupptown Funk.
And the winner is... The Tough Pigs Pride Month live stream!
Congrats!
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everybody who helped run the Tough Pigs Pride Month live stream. Obviously, my lovely spouse, Lee, Joe, Shane, Matthew, and Ali Eisner, who was also there. And also all of you, because all of you were a part of it as well.
Wait, did we win?
Yeah,
We won?
We won for the...
We won?
We won! We won!
Yes.
So, folks, we raised so much money for LGBTQ related charities last year between the Pride Month live stream and the articles and the merch we were selling. And folks, it really is. This is what being a Muppet fan is about. It's not just about loving the Muppets, but it's about coming together to actually do something good. And I gotta say, I have exciting plans for Pride Month this year in 5 months. And hopefully we can do another stream that'll be even better. And yeah, I'm so excited. And so was Lee. But thank you all so much.
I've got a very deep and important question for you. Why are there so many shows starring Muppets and dozens of movies too? If only somebody or some buddies would go on a lifelong commitment, maybe somebody like, with the Muppets, and then maybe Matthew and Sam. Please, to present our next 2 awards, and they'll just slide from one to the other. You won't hear me for like a bit. Please welcome Matthew Gatos and Sam Schultz.
Hello.
We're here.
We're the fools who have made that lifelong commitment.
It's fine. I'm not sad about it or anything.
No, it's a a pleasure to be doing this until we die.
But let's get serious, Matt, shall we?
We'll try.
Muppets. Muppets are the reason we're all here today. But what no one wants you to know is that Muppets aren't real little guys. They are, in fact, puppets, controlled like any other puppet by a person hunched under something like a table out of sight. And tonight we honor. Silent H, come on. And tonight we honor one of those hunched up, out of sight people with the best performance by a Muppet Performer Award. And the nominees are Bill Beretta as Dr. Teeth in The Muppets Mayhem,
Peter Linz as Lips in The Muppets Mayhem,
Dave Goelz as Zoot and Jimmy Shue in The Muppets Mayhem,
Matt Vogel as Floyd Pepper in The Muppets Mayhem,
Leslie Carrera Rudolph as Penny Waxman in The Muppets Mayhem,
Ryan Dillon as Elmo in Elmo's Mindfulness Spectacular,
Eric Jacobson as Animal in The Muppets Mayhem,
and David Rudman as Janice in The Muppets Mayhem.
And the winner is Bill Beretta as Dr. Teeth in The Muppets Mayhem.
I don't believe Bill is here, so if Jeff, if you would like to accept on his behalf real quick.
Oh, Bill would love that. It feels crazy to just be accepting for any of those performers. It feels crazy that I got the chance to work with any of these performers. They are all of them mild-mannered and absolutely insane. I know Bill as a co-writer and a collaborator, as well as Dr. Teeth. So he stunned me on 3 fronts nearly every day of this project. He is the sweetest, most sensitive, most good, and most talented. Most good is something, right? And most talented person I've worked with. And it was a gift. And we had so much fun in the writer's room, he and I especially, because we'd show up on time and we would just sing to each other over Zoom. And we would, even with the lag, we would just duet. And we, when we were writing, he would do a bunch of characters. And I mean, I got to do these characters with him, and it was great. We got to play, and he's also such a value to our show for so many reasons, but in the writer's room especially, he was a dreamer like all of us. We just wanted to use our imagination, but he was just trying to poke it with a little bit of pragmatism, like, you guys, we have to do this. This is something that we, legitimately, this will be difficult to do. I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but and it was a really tough line for him to toe, and he handled it brilliantly. I will accept this award on his behalf. I don't know if there's a physical one to give him, but next time I see him, I will imagine I'm handing it to him. Thank you, guys. He deserves it. He was really the heart of the show. So
you better give it to him. We're gonna check.
Yeah,
if you still have it in like a couple of weeks, you're gonna get in trouble.
It's true.
And I think also Tori is right in that now that Jeff has talked about the behind the scenes of the show, we will have to watch this in 100 years.
This counts as behind the scenes content.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for us.
We'll have to talk about our own performances and review give ourselves a star rating of how we did on this award show.
Maybe our children will do it, or their children.
Oh, yeah,
multi-generational curse.
Yeah, we put it in the will. It's a hand-me-down podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have cursed you with this for generations.
Sam is the Muppet of the Week. Someone, David Levy. Sam is Muppet of the Week. Yes, I like this. That's my new goal in life.
So everyone encourage your children and their future children to subscribe to Commitment and eventually listen to us talk about this in 300 years. But now it's time to present an award to the people who have the amazing job where they get to hang out with Muppets every single day when they're on set. And as we have seen through our podcast journey, there are a lot of people who have a really hard time convincingly acting alongside the Muppets. But thankfully, we're not here to talk about them today. Today, We are here to celebrate the cream of the crop, the people who did an absolutely amazing job performing alongside the Muppets this year. Here are the nominees for Best Human Performance in a Muppet Production. Alan Maroka as Alan in Sesame Street Season 54.
Lily Singh as Nora in The Muppets Mayhem.
Taj Mori as Moog in The Muppets Mayhem.
Sarah Chaudhry as Hannah in The Muppets Mayhem.
Ben Schwartz as Gus Devore in The Muppets Mayhem.
Danny Trejo as himself in The Muppets Mayhem.
Anders Holm as JJ in The Muppets Mayhem.
And Jeremy Strong as Kendall Roy in Succession, a joke that I still don't get.
Yeah, definitely not taking up a spot I'm sure could have gone to someone much more deserving. And the winner of this award is, thankfully, Taj Mori as Moog in The Muppets Mayhem. Jeff, do you want to say something nice about Taj?
I mean, I guess I'm accepting for Taj Mowry. That's insane. Let's see. When you're writing a character, you have a very specific thing in mind, and at least this is where I was coming from, and I could only see it a certain way. It's no surprise. Part of Moog was based a little bit on me, this super fan who'd be super nervous, hanging and meeting with his heroes as I was every day when we Zoomed with the Muppet performers or were on set. So when it came time to audition and see these different actors, it was a struggle because he's not what I imagined when I look in the mirror. Well, he's not what I imagined when we were writing this character. And then Taj came in, and he was certainly not what I expected. And he was so much better and so good that all of us just looked at each other. We're like, well, that is Moog. He's so sweet and so good and made that character so much sweeter. And here we go again, gooder than I could have imagined. Taj is a delight. He's been doing this for a long time, so he's just such a super professional. But whenever you just saw him on set, you just knew you were going to get something great. And when we were sitting in the editing room, he just gave us so many choices. And you could watch. It's incredible when you're on the screen with Muppets because you can't compete, but he could. So if you watch the show, if you watch it again, watch Taj, who's just so funny and such a delight and so talented. And it breaks my heart because what we were going to do with Moog in season 2 was so much fun. But you'll just have to imagine it. Or who knows, maybe one day we'll get the chance. Who's to say? But you chose wisely. Taj is terrific, and he's terrific as Moog. Thank you guys very much.
Sorry, the buttons got like you accidentally did something. I gotta fix. We might only have half of the recording where you can see everybody's faces now. But you know what? We're gonna fix that later. It'll be in 2 parts. So if you're wondering, I talked about the Whatever Award earlier. Currently, Grover is winning the Whatever Award. We'll find out again later. But a nominee for the Whatever Award, please welcome Muppetwt's Master of the Polls, Robbie.
Hi. Thank you, Tori. So Tori asked me to present the nominees for Best Celebrity Guest on the Muppet Fan Podcast. You know, in the Muppet community, we have so many podcasts. We've got one for the Muppets, one for the Muppets, one for Get This, the Muppets, and one for Fraggle Rock. So, the nominees were Fran Bill, Bob McGrath, Frank Oz, Dave Goles, Jeff Yorks and Bill Barretta, Stephanie D'Abruzio and Dave Pizarro, Sujith Varghese, Robert Kraft, and the winner is Frank Oz, who I don't think is here.
We did it, Joe.
I'll
He
accept
did
on
it.
his behalf.
No, get out of here, Jeff.
Get out of here, Jeff.
It's our
I
turn
can't
too,
believe- I
except for
lost-
someone
oh,
that
man,
we're not
bye.
really friends with in real life.
What are you talking about? He's in my like kitchen right now. He's cooking up.
He what?
Go get him. Go get him, Jared.
Okay, get him. Hey, Frank, do you want to come and accept the award? Oh, sorry, he's got a risotto going. You gotta keep stirring it.
Can confirm that is what Frank sounds like.
That's it.
Thank you, everyone, for voting for Frank, even though I don't think that was really a vote for us. We didn't do that much.
No, but we're going to accept the award because I don't think I'm going to win any others. And so I'll
Yeah, I'm
be
right
back
there with
later
you,
for
buddy.
the Mindset Award, but for right now, I'm going to milk it. Joe, thank you for getting Frank. That was a genuine surprise and a genuine joy.
Of course. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you enjoyed listening to us talking to Frank Oz as much as we enjoyed talking to him. What a
Also,
great
we
thing
want to
in this world.
commitment. I'm happy. Bye.
Okay. In 2022, I had the idea on a whim to create a Muppet Fandom Award show. And this really was a whim. The idea came into my head Saturday afternoon, and the awards were the next Friday. Not even a full week from idea to initial production. And because of that, the first awards were a little rushed. I presented like 7 of things. Nobody knew what was happening, and it was definitely very, very, very hectic. But oh, stop texting me. Darn it. Sorry. But during all that hectic stuff, Mary, who was not my friend at the time, got very tipsy at a comedy club and made what I think is one of the worst decisions anybody's ever made, to fill the entire form with nominations for Kendall Roy, the fictional character from the hit HBO TV series Succession. A decision that would go on to annoy many, including Matthew Gatos, for the rest. I know Matthew does not like Kendall, and honestly, Matthew, I'm in the boat. We're giving him this so I can never hear that name again. Mary made that terrible decision to do so, and now Kendall Roy's got a Muppy, so I can stop hearing Mary and B and Millie do it. I don't get the joke either, Joe. I don't really even get this joke either. To accept/present the Kendall Roy Award, please welcome the shortest person on Muppet Twitter, B.
Hi. Sorry, it's loading. Okay. Hi. So once again, I'm fully apologizing to the entirety of Muppet Twitter for this joke. It was really just a bit that we carried on for far too long. Far too long. But Mary and I did come up with an acceptance speech. Kendall is currently unable to be here, as he is currently on a silence retreat in Sweden for infinite amount of time. Who knows? May never come back. Maybe just silent, maybe in his monk era. Who knows? He's asked for us, his social media team, to accept this award on his behalf. He would like to thank Jim Henson, the Muppets, and that guy who created that show on HBO or something, whoever that guy is. So, thank you all for finally helping us let the bit die. It has been so long. Thank you.
May it rest in peace.
May it rest in peace.
In the eyes of an angel. No. Yeah, rest in peace, Kendall Roy. This is the end of the bit. Never getting go ahead. He's never getting nominated again. We'll put him on the Hall of Fame ballot in 3 years and see what happens.
Rest in peace.
I mean, Hall of Fame induction, Joe, is that good?
That would be ridiculous.
Are we inducting him? I mean, little plug, tune in May, since we're doing this, for the third class of the Muppet Hall of Fame will be happening this May. We don't know who's going to get inducted this year yet, but it'll be a video ceremony sometime in May-ish. So yes, the Muppet Fan Hall of Fame is a real thing for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. So you can look forward to getting into that one day. But next, all right, what's supposed to be next? Let's see, who's next? Hubba what? A hubba what? It can't be. A hubba what? A hubba what? Please welcome Becca Petunia.
Hi there. Oh, let me try to get rid of my background here, because I've got stuff going on. So you might have noticed that I've made a slight costume change, and that's because I'm here to announce the winner for Best Debut Character. I got my envelope right here with the winner in it, and I'm all decked out like who I'm sure will be the winner of the Best New Character. And that is, of course, Neve from the Power of We Club animated web series. See, I look just like her. Now, Neve represents the best things about new characters. Number 1, loving soccer. Number 2, having a grandma who lives in Ireland. Number 3, not appearing on a Muppet production in the year 2023. These are all things that we look for in new characters. And that's why I am confident that Neve is going to win this one. And that's why I dressed like this. So I will quickly mention the other nominees. They don't matter because it's not Neve, but the other nominees were, of course, Penny Waxman from Muppets Mayhem, Jimmy Shue from Muppets Mayhem, Tina Teeth from Muppets Mayhem, Moog from Muppets Mayhem, and Gerald Teeth Sr. from Muppets Mayhem, but also Neve. So in honor of Neve, I'm gonna open up this envelope right now to see who the winner is. And gang, it's not Neve. No. What am I even doing here? The winner is Penny Waxman from Muppets Mayhem. I gotta go.
I'm so sorry. Becca, I'm very sorry. I feel terrible. Put on that. I'm sorry. But that said, I actually wrote a little something here. I want to thank our writers. I do feel terrible. That was so nice. Anyway, I want to thank our writers. We had so much fun coming up with Penny, this beautiful monster that captured Teeth's heart. Thank you to Paul and Draco at Puppet Heap, Danny Iglesias at Muppet Studio, Jane Gutnick, and the rest of the brilliant artisans at the Muppet Workshop for bringing her to life. But truly, most of the thanks goes to Leslie Carrera Rudolph. When we wrote Penny, we'd read out, as I was saying before, we'd read it out loud, and Bill would play Penny, and his Penny was great and also loud and disgusting. And I never imagined her any other way until Leslie came in to audition for her, and I'm embarrassed that she had to come in and audition for her. She turned what could have been a two-dimensional joke into this living, breathing character. She's still loud. She's still a little disgusting, but Leslie brought warmth and heart to Penny, and that's all Leslie. Leslie made it so you could understand why Dr. Teeth would fall for Penny. And we're glad that audiences and fans like you guys did as well. Thank you guys again. Really appreciate it.
So our next guest is from a Muppet fan podcast. Wait, what's that? Yeah, they're from a Muppet fan. What do you mean stop saying Muppet? Wait, are you telling me somebody made a podcast that's not just about Muppets? That's illegal. That's a crime, right? You're not allowed to make a podcast that every episode, every podcast is just Muppets every episode, right? It's not? I'm learning a lot tonight. Please welcome the host of Advent Calendar House, Mike Westfall.
Thank you for making me a part of this. That was sincere. I have no idea how I got here, but it's an absolute thrill to hang out with y'all. In 2001, I found something on the internet that changed my life. It was an article on a website called toughpigs.com about something called a special Sesame Street Christmas, a thing I thought the author had made up to be silly. How surprised and horrified, and yet strangely delighted to learn how wrong I was. But that post made me a fan for life. And over the next 22 years or so, toughpigs.com has been a constant source of entertainment, news, and insight for Muppet fans like us. They've made us laugh, they've made us cry, they've made us ask important questions like, does Kermit? Who is Jim Henson? And others, probably. And most importantly, they've made us better people in our neighborhood. Here are the nominees for Best Tough Pigs article of 2023. Why the Dark Crystal is Queer and Why That Matters, Cypress R. Sesame Street has been brought to you by the letters A and I, Matthew Soberman. What's the all-time second most classic Muppet What's the all-time second most classic Sesame Street book? Ryan Rowe. Doozer Capital, a critique of Fraggle economy. J.D. Hansel. How to watch the Muppet movies in order. Joe Hennis. Oscar the Grouch, Time Lord? Jared Fairclough. The Muppet Gals Talking Series, Drake Lucas. And Trans Visibility and the Muppet Community, Becca Petunia. And the winner is... Why the Dark Crystal is Queer and Why That Matters, Cypress R.
Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that. So thank you for that. Thank you. Oh my God. Obviously Dark Crystal is really important to me. And being queer, I like to write about it and think about how queer it is, I guess. I don't really know what to say. So thank you. Thank you.
You know, I'm so sick and tired of people just becoming friends on the internet. Wouldn't it be cool? I mean, like, nobody ever finds true love on the internet. That's never something that ever happens. Oh, wait. Except that's happened on Muppet Twitter at least twice. Which is, if I had a nickel for every time a couple fell in love on Muppet Twitter, I'd only have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Please welcome Muppet Twitter's favorite couple, Xavier Lacerando and Ab.
Okay. I know everyone here is excited about all the guests and stuff, but the Muppet Twitter Awards is about the real Muppet fans, and we want to honor all of them individually.
This might take a while.
We'd like to recognize
The El Sleazo Cafe fan that spun Kermit into Paul Williams' piano.
Ernie's electric fan he used to bother Bert from episode 544 of Sesame Street.
Lola, the fan dancer from episode 523 of The Muppet Show.
The fan that almost sent Miss Tracy into anaphylactic shock in the Muppet movie.
The magic wind weapon from Fraggle Rock to episode
Wait,
204.
Xavier, I think we might have got the wrong kind of fans.
Ooh, here's a list of people that we were supposed to. Yeah.
All right. The nominees for Best Fan Guest of a Muppet Fan Podcast are
Mike Westfall and Jared Fairclough. Habawa?
Matthew Soberman and Malia Schneff. Habawa?
Danny Horn and J.D. Hansel. Habawa?
Alethea Shirlon and Ryan Rowe for Habawa.
Ryan Rowe. Muppetwt.
Lindsay Kelk for Commitment.
David Levy, Adam Grossworth, Nihal Richardson, and Christy Barr, the Great Muppet Fandom Panel.
And Mary, Maria, Sprout, and B for the Great Muppet Fandom Panel. And the winner is... Lindsay Kelk with Commitment!
Lindsay Kelk, Commitment!
Wow. We're here. Lindsay's not here. But, you know, we talked to her, so we're almost as cool as her. Yeah. We accept on behalf of Lindsay Kelk, who, if you don't know, aside from being a fan and a guest on Commitment, a huge fan of the Muppets, but also is an author, so you can go buy her books if you want to support her. And also the secret, even though she talked about it on our podcast, writer of the novelization of the 2011 Muppets movie. So yeah, thanks. This is great.
Yes. Okay. So, our next presenter was supposed to be somebody else. They are not here. If you know anything about Muppet Twitter, you know exactly who did not show up to this event. I think we can all take a guess of which person forgot to come. No, actually, no. Bagels, not Bagels. Bagels is here. It's the other one. But to present this award instead, to present this special Muppy to the Muppets, the lovers, the dreamers, and you, a Muppet's Pride team, please welcome Gav!
Hey y'all. Hi. How's it going? Um Tori.
Yes? You don't know anything about this, do you?
I don't know who wins. You never told me.
This is a special award. You're just saying that they like this is like one of like the Kendall Roy thing or the you know what we're doing. I'm doing this. It's fine.
Okay.
So the Muppets, the Muppets Pride zine, the lovers, the dreamers, and you, was a wonderful project. Joe, you really want me to let Gavry talk? It was put together by a wonderful team whose names are all slipping through me right now. So that's the wrong Google Meet. That's the wrong thing again.
Wait, no, I figured out how to read this thing. I think I can do it.
Read what?
The award.
Okay, go.
Okay. All right. So, hello everybody. You may be saying, Gav, this is the Muppies. Where's your Muppet attire? To which I say, stop yelling at me. I'm a very sensitive man, and sensitive men have to make very careful fashion choices. So I went for, bold and daring today. I want to be edgy, breaking the genre, but I digress. I have a Ralph pin. I think that counts. Anyway, okay, so the nominees for the best Muppet Twitter moment. This is crazy. You're not gonna believe this.
Gav, this is the no.
Wait, what? Wait, we're doing
early.
the other category?
Yes, this is.
Wait, I'm doing Richard's category.
This is yes. So.
Okay.
Gav, just stop.
You never sent me Richard's category.
I sent you your category. Richard
yeah, but you told me to cover for anyway.
Richard was just saying that the Pride zine won an award. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
I'll let you lead the way.
Okay. So the Muppet Pride zine was moderated by the fantastic Mel and the head moderator. We had Sarah, who took care of the finances, Rocky, who took care of the graphics, and of course, new to this fanzine, Paulette, who was the writing mod. And it's this glorious fanzine. They just put it out. I believe you can still get a digital copy. And really important about this fanzine is that it was all about celebrating Pride. A significant portion of the Muppet fandom is LGBTQ. And celebrating that aspect of the fandom. And there's these beautiful fan art and these beautiful fan writings, whether it be essays or fan fiction, just exploring the queerness of the Muppets and how important queer identity is to the Muppets. And before I wrap this up, I do want to shout out two more, not people per se, but two more organizations actually. And those are the two charities that this fanzine was supporting. So I do want to shout out the LGBTQ Fund of Mississippi and Equality Florida. Those were the two charities that this Pride zine were benefiting. And you know what? If you have a little spare change and no money's tight right now, these are both great charities that are doing great work for queer people in Mississippi and in Florida. So I just want to give this time to shout out those two charities. But sadly, none of the moderators for the zine could be here tonight. They all had other things, but they all shared their love, and they all are very appreciative of this award. And I gladly, as somebody who wrote for the zine as a writer, and wrote about the queer history of the Muppets and why there aren't that many queer Muppet characters in canon, I want to just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I accept on the behalf of the whole team. No, we're not letting Jeff accept. He's gonna have to talk a lot more. Jeff, no, don't turn your camera on. Jeff, turn that back off. Now, small accounts are kind of like the youngest additions into the Muppet fandom. And so why not have one of the people who have been here since the very beginning come and present that award? From Jeff, put your hand down. Oh, hold on. I got to pull up one more thing real quick. Oh, goodness gracious. From hold on. Hold on. From the upcoming podcast, the Fantastic Miss Piggy podcast, please welcome the legendary Danny Horn.
Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Tori. I just have one question. Small accounts? I agree to be part of your tacky award show, and you give me small accounts? I'm just saying. But these folks, they are important. The nominees that I've got here, they are an active part of our Muppet fan community. Even if their follower count might not be the highest, they are spreading love and joy. They are making friends, and they are making Muppet fandom a better place. And it is only right that they get some recognition and a well-deserved moment in the spotlight. The nominees are Sesame Street Banger at Sesame Earworms, Millie at Trix Abbey, Kim at Kermiggy, Fake Muppet Show Guests at Muppet Guests, Amy at Dream in Kanoko, Shane at Shane CNY, Lucy at Lucy Fake, and Karsten at Pig's Laundry. And I'm going to leave you in suspense for just one more minute. The winner is Fake Muppet Show Guests at Muppet Guests. Congratulations.
Fake Muppet Show guests wanted to be there, but they're currently ill and couldn't make it tonight. But we send them their best wishes, and we hope that they get better real soon. Next up, really, you're presenting an award. Kim, get up here. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, my co-creator and not co-creator, but my co-sponsor of the award, Kim Kermiggy. Where are you, Kim? Kim,
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Kim, I told you you're not presenting an award. Why are you doing this?
Oh, just to piss you off.
Kim, we had this conversation. This was supposed to be George Lucas's slot. Did you fire George Lucas?
George Lucas is in my basement right now. I'm presenting.
You kidnapped George Lucas? That's illegal.
I kidnapped George Lucas.
I don't care if you don't think a celebrity is a people. It's still illegal.
Well, you can't stop me now. What are you going to do? You're going to come get him out of my basement? I'm in a different country.
Why was George Lucas in Canada?
He was just chilling, you know? He's seeing the sights, eating some poutine.
Okay, just present the award. Just let's. It's already 9:05. I want to be out of here. Just present.
All right. I'll set him free after this, okay? So I was so lucky last year to win a Muppy, and this year I was even luckier to be asked to help run this whole thing and figure everything out and help the evil mastermind that is Tori. But that wasn't enough for me because I'm greedy and I love to talk. So I get to present the funniest Muppetwt user of the year. An award that I would have campaigned for if I wasn't only funny to myself and 6 people. But that's enough to co-host the Muppies, apparently. So the bar is pretty low, which means there's hope for everyone and anyone. Even someone like Joe Coy. Too soon? Well, if you didn't like the joke, someone else wrote it. Moving right along, the nominees for funniest Muppetwt user are Shira at Jutina Extreme, Shane O'Keating at Sock Jar, Richard Gomez at Starman's Art, Lucy at Lucy Fake, Out of Context Fraggle Rockers at OOC Fraggle GC, Jared Faircloth at Jazz Faircloth, Kermitment at Kermitment Pod, and Muppeturgy at Muppeturgy. And the winner is not here, Mr. Richard Gomez.
Accepting on his reward is Gavry.
Hey, y'all. My name is Gav. I'm Richard Gomez's roommate. I'm also known as Gav. I apologize for Richard's absentness, but he is on a date and he decided to stay there. So he asked me in favor to accept his award by impersonating him. I will begin by playing the harmonica.
And that's enough. That's enough. Yeah, we're cutting you off. We're cutting you off. I'm cutting you off there. I just muted him. That's enough. That's enough. Good. You go, Richard. Our next presenter is sadly could not be here tonight. I know for a fact this person is heartbroken that he could not be here in person. Well, not in person, you know what I mean. He really wanted to be here and he was very excited. And so even though he couldn't be here live, who's behind me? Oh, this is Rolf and it's Rolf and Animal. That's who's behind me. You scared me for a minute. He could not be here, but he still really wanted to. So I'm gonna actually present. So please welcome live via several hours ago. Is it lead? Can everybody see the screen? Everybody see? Does somebody give me a thumb up? Okay. Live via several hours ago, Muppet Fan Hall of Famer and Muppet Twitter's resident banjo man, Lucas Ross.
Okay, am I on? Hey everybody, and welcome to a timeshare opportunity. No? Man. Hey, welcome to this year's biggest celebration of awards ever. Whoa, I can't wait to see what scandalous thing will happen on Twitter after all these crazy awards are given out. We know the most drama of any award ever is from the Muppet Twitter Awards. And I'm so honored to get to be part of that class. Hey, I'm here to tell you the best hosts and hosts of a Muppet-themed podcast. And the nominees are Julia Gaskell, Beth Cook, and Adam Z for Fraggle Talk Classic. Ryan Rowe and Anthony Strand for Moving Right Along. Joe Hennis for the Muppets Mayhem Backstage Pass. David Levy, Adam Grosswith, Michael Richardson, and Christy Bower for Muppeturgy. Joe Hennis and Jared Faircloth to introduce our guest star. J.D. Hansel, the Great Muppet Fandom Pandal. Matthew Gatos and Sam Schultz for Kermitmit. And Becca Petunia for Hubba. And the winner is... Oh, hold on, I'm getting a call. Hey, listen, I can't talk. I can't talk right now, Frog. Listen, I'm kind of busy. No, I think, you can play anything on the banjo. Yeah, like hundreds of songs. What's the event? Oh yeah, I mean, you could do anything. Candle in the Wind. It's Not Easy Being Green. Whatever they want you to sing. Rainbow Connection. Got it. And the winner for best hosts of a Muppet-themed podcast goes to Matthew Gatos and Sam Schultz for Commitment. Congratulations to Matthew Gatos and Sam Schultz. Gotta block his number. I don't know how to do that.
Wow. Sam.
What?
We did it.
We did it. Matt, it's all because of you, really. You make me the person I am,
Well, you're the only reason that host has an S at the end, because there's two of us on Commitment. Wow. Thank you, everybody. This is fantastic and unexpected. But yeah, I'm going to say real quick, as throwing back to an old award, super happy for you, Sam, that you won the Best Editing Award.
Thanks.
Just want to give you your props. But yeah, thank you so much for nominating us, but also voting for us for the best hosts. That's I am genuinely speechless. So I'm going to stop talking.
Matt's being modest because he prepared a song for if we won. So go ahead, Matt.
All right, let me whip out my banjo. Actually, Gav, can you accompany me on harmonica? We'll get a good start going. Here we go. And one, and a two, and this will sync up really well. I got nothing. I just wanted Gav to do that.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Thank you.
Are you guys actually done? Okay, cool. Okay. Now, Gav, you present that award.
Oh, and about time too. Man, I love presenting awards. Hi. I'm getting it. Wait a okay. All right. This is my cue, yes? I'm not doing anything wrong, Tori? All right, thanks. All right, cool. Hello, my name is Gav, and I've not figured out a third thing to say yet. So the best Muppet Twitter moment of 2023 in the Muppets Twitter Awards of today are the nominations are Empire Records, Kermit asking for your personal info, the 3rd annual Muppet Gala, Tori's unfortunate incident with Chip, Robbie's Muppet Polls, Vaz's boobs, also known as Titty Muppet, Fozzie Hate, Kendall Roy, and those are all the options. But I'm gonna add a personal favorite of mine is the Muppets Twitter meetup, which is it's not going to win, but I'm just calling it out there. It should have been a nomination anyway. And the winner is, drumroll please. Thank you very much. Kermit asking for your personal info. Man, what a great day that was. Makes me so happy and makes me want to sing about it. La-di-da. And here's my continuation of Richard Gomez's speech. Can you tell I've been practicing? Wait, let me get the chord right.
So there was a reason we called it Vaz's boobs and not the actual thing. And if we would have wanted someone to say what the actual thing was, I would have wrote it like that, Gavri. This is supposed to be a family-friendly show, Gavri. Joe, where's Johannes? Johannes? Is Johannes here?
Yes, Tori. Yes.
Joe, can you write a note to never invite Gavri to this ever again?
I'm voting that Gav takes over this whole thing.
Oh,
you asked the wrong guy, Tori.
Great. I don't even have a great segue. Please welcome. We've got people from all over the world. Robbie, you're still here, right?
Hey, yes.
What time is it where you are right now?
Oh, it's 2:15. I'll be at the library tomorrow at like 8. Well,
Robbie, go to bed. Anyway,
Sorry.
here's
No.
somebody who is also way too late in the day for them. Please welcome Muppetwt's favorite little weirdo, Millie.
Hi. I'm terrified. So yeah. I was going to write an entire speech about how we are all parodies of ourselves, and the persona that we put on the internet can never be our true selves. Then I thought about it more, and maybe not. The nominees for Best Parody Account, a category in which I clearly have no favorites, as you can see by my background, that's Kendall Roy, are...
Millie, your camera's not on.
Oh, my camera is not on? Okay, I thought it was. It's not. That's fine. The nominees for Best Parody Account are Fake Muppet Show Guest at Muppet Guests, One Muppetational Shot at One Muppet Shot, Arnold Mancho at Arnold Mancho, Muppet Ideas at Muppet Ideas, Kendall Roy at K Roy for Muppets Twitter, Puppets Comedy Facts from Swamp TV, Puppet Comedy, and Brian Henson at Hi, I'm Brian Henson. And the winner is Fake Muppet Show Guest at Muppets Guest.
Again, I'm sure Fake Muppet Show guest. They really wanted to be here. They're not feeling well. We wish them the best, and we hope they feel well. And we gladly accept this award on their behalf. Next up, we're getting wild tonight. We're getting, we're talking about Muppets. Who cares about Muppets? What really matters is Jim Henson's greatest creation, the Dark Crystal. And I know that I think we might have the world's biggest #1 Dark Crystal fan. So much so that they just won an award for writing an article about it. Please welcome Moomin.
Hi. Dark Crystal is the best thing he ever made. I agree with that. So, Muppet's Twitter is a crazy place. It is just so crazy. These people are nuts. But I have the pleasure of announcing who is the craziest. This has been like a hotly contested category. People wanted to win this one so badly. Those people are Dearly, Sandman 251991, Gabby3, Arnold Muncho, Kendall Roy from the show Succession, Bertram Kermrad, and Richard Michael Gomez. The winner is everybody's favorite cardboard eater, Richard, who is still not here.
Gav, you want to be very brief?
Good evening. My name is Richard Michael Gomez. I have come to accept this award on my own behalf, and I greatly do appreciate it that you have all thought of me in this way. It does make me quite delighted to know that I have such a place in all of your hearts. Thank you.
I don't even. Anyway. Okay. Bump. Our next award is being presented by two Topics writers, Julia Gaskell and Beth Cook, to the host of Fraggle Talk. Host of Fraggle Talk. Host of Fraggle Talk.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here.
Our co-host Adam would have been here with us, but he wanted so badly to never be perceived by anyone ever that he's finally ascended to another plane.
We are here to present the award for most affection towards a Muppet or a Muppet performer. This is such a sweet category, recognizing everyday fans for what we do best, love. Thank you to all the nominees for helping make Twitter a little less horrifying.
And the nominees are
Robbie at @4_Quee for Zoot.
Josh at TF2 Hat Guy for Barkley.
Alexis at Skeklex for Moki.
Iffy at Bertney for Bert and Ernie.
Millie at Trix Abby for Abby Kadabi.
Mel at Golly Ye Mel for Dr. Teeth.
Jakey at Sleepy Gonz for Gonzo.
And Amy at Princess Muppet for Jim Henson.
And the winner is Alexis for Moki.
Hey!
Oh my god, I didn't expect to win, so I have like no speech prepared, but I'm like so flabbergasted right now. Thank you guys so much. This means the world to me. I love Moki so dearly. Like, oh my god. I'm like so blown away right now. Thank you guys. That is such an honor. There were so many amazing people in this category, and I am flabbergasted that I was chosen. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Congrats. Woo. Okay. Next up, I had a joke and I forgot it, but you know, these two have been so great. They've come to every award ceremony, and it wouldn't be a Muppet Twitter award without them. Please welcome two of the hosts who real quick, apologies to the host of Muppeturgy. I did not think I needed to tell Lucas Ross how to pronounce all of your names, but I probably should have. Apologies specifically to Adam and McCall and Chrissy. David, I think he got you right. But
which is amazing because people always mispronounce my last name. So, you know.
Funny story, I've met Lucas in real life. I've been in the room that he recorded that video in, and he pronounced my name wrong. That's okay. He's great.
Anyway, and also apologies because I realized I've been spelling Adam's last name wrong for the past 2 years and no one told me.
It happens so much. It's fine.
Okay.
My
Anyway,
whole life.
please welcome, obviously from Muppeturgy, David Levy and Adam Grossworth.
Hey. Well, so here we are back for year 3 of the Muppies. Thank you to Tori and Kim for inviting us to be a part of tonight's program.
I'm Adam Grossworth.
And I'm David Levy.
And we are two of the four hosts of Muppeturgy, everyone's second favorite Muppet podcast.
Which the voting has borne out.
Maybe third or fourth.
We'll say second. This is the latest in the evening that we have ever presented, and it is such an honor to take the stage after winning and or despite losing so many categories tonight.
I've been drinking, and how exciting that we still have opportunities to lose ahead of us.
Indeed. But first, we have some awards to present.
The category of Muppet of the Year honors a Muppet who really had their moment in 2023.
I'm pulling for Droop.
Sadly, no one asked for our input on the nominees, so he is not on the list, or the entire list. However, the Muppets who are nominated for Muppet of the Year are...
Lips.
Zoot.
Janice.
Gonzo.
Animal.
Dr. Teeth.
Elmo.
And Floyd Pepper.
And the winner is...
Zoot.
Real hard to coordinate. We're also looking at the script.
We tried.
Congrats to Zoot.
Is Zoot here to accept the award?
Zoot isn't, but Jeff is.
So down Yorks. No, I'm kidding.
All right. First, you could have said any of them, and I would have been surprised, and I would have been grateful, and I wouldn't have disagreed. It was such a blast to be able to do this show and to be given the freedom to deepen these characters, to dimensionalize them. I feel like the one we did the least was Zoot. So maybe that's why he won. But, as a Muppet fan, to be on a Zoom, that first Zoom where we had to convince the Muppet performers, or to at least give them the pitch, was the most intimidating thing of all time. Because these are heroes to me. These are icons, and there is Dave Goelz among them. I've had pictures of Dave Goelz on my wall, and then he's just listening and giving comments and couldn't have been more supportive and excited. We screened the show for him when we had our first cut of our pilot, and he just jumped up and said, "The Muppets are back." Which was enough. That's it. You could just end it there. That would have made it for us. Truly a gift. He's a crazy character, and it was a blast because Dave shows up and he's like, "I have some ideas for Zoot," and you're like, "What could you possibly have?" And he had a world of ideas for Zoot, and we tried to get as many of them in there. Jimmy Shue being one of them. He was just remarkable and just so game to play, and just a blast and an honor to do it with him. Thank you for picking Zoot.
Yay. Well, congrats to Zoot.
Next up, we have Best Official Muppet Twitter Account, recognizing the corporate-owned and operated social media presence of a lovable children's character for some reason shouting into a sea of Nazis and TERFs. Wow, David wrote that, and I didn't read it until I read it out loud.
The nominees are
Gonzo,
Rosita,
Elmo,
The Electric Mayhem,
Count Von Count,
Grover,
Oscar the Grouch,
Bert,
and the winner is...
Count Von Count. Congratulations,
Count.
The Count could not be here to accept the award, and he's not in Muppets Mayhem. So, and I don't think the Count's secretly Richard either. I've been making a lot of jokes this evening, and while I could come up with a great joke for our next presenter, he is a dear friend of mine, and because of what he's presenting, I'm going to keep it a little more serious. So, please welcome Tough Pigs writer Matthew Silverman, who's muted.
Okay. Thank you, Tori. As Harry Belafonte said on The Muppet Show, all of us were here for a very, very short time. And in 2023, that shortness showed itself all too much as we said goodbye to some very special people. Some made us laugh, others got us to sing along to some memorable songs, and a few taught generations with the contributions they made. Each offered their unique perspective to make the Muppets better. But no matter what they did, I think it's safe to say They turned our world around.
Hold on.
And little things like you and me, and just how big little things can be. Yes.
Music grows in. I'm so sorry. I'm playing the wrong In Memoriam. I am playing the wrong version of the In Memoriam, and I am so sorry. I played the wrong version, and I feel so embarrassed. I'm so sorry about that.
Do you want me to actually try to say something funny now?
No, no. No, but I appreciate that, Matthew. I'm so sorry about that, folks. Click the wrong version. We're just going to skip. Okay.
We come from the mountain, living on the mountain, go back to the mountain, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain, go back to the mountain, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain, go back to the mountain, turn the world around. Whoa, ho, so is life. Ah, so is life. Whoa, ho, so is life. Ah, so it's life. Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who I am? See we one another clearly. Do we know who you are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Whoa, so is life, Abatiwa. So is life. Whoa, so is life, Abatiwa. So is life. Water make the river, river wash the mountain. Fire make the sunlight turn the world around. Heart is of the river, body is the mountain. Spirit is the sunlight, turn the world around. We are of the spirit, truly of the spirit. Only can the spirit turn the world around. We are of the spirit, truly of the spirit. Only can the spirit turn the world around. Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who I am? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Whoa, so is life about you are. So is life. Whoa, so is life about you are. So is life. Whoa, so is life about you are. So is life. Whoa, so is life about you are. So is life. Whoa, so is life about you are. So is life. Whoa, so is life about you are. So
To everybody we lost last year, thank you so much for your talents and your gifts. Next is somebody who, there are a lot of things that are synonymous with each other. Salt and peanut butter. Salt and oh, I did that already? Oh. Anyway, here's somebody who's also synonymous with salt. No, I'm kidding. Here's Joe Hennis.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Salt, from the rap duo Salt and Peppa. Nice to see you all. Thank you for inviting me to your Muppet Twitter Awards. I don't know why I'm here. You know, folks, the word frenemy gets passed around a lot. Tough Pigs and the Muppet Mindset have used that term for years as a sort of a joke, but I really do want to speak seriously about half of that, the phrase frenemy. That half is enemy. I hate the Muppet Mindset. I always have. They came in, and they tried to do that same thing that Tough Pigs had been doing at that point for over a decade, but only worse and more often. Who wanted that? Who thought this was a good idea? I'll tell you who. Ryan Dozier. That's who.
How
And
I feel about commitment, anyway.
Now he gets to write tweets for actual Muppets. I'm going to say it. What a sellout. We hated the Muppet Mindset so much, we felt it necessary to shut them down by any means possible. We tried framing them for various crimes, but apparently crimes are only committed by people and not websites. We tried convincing Peter Linz to boycott them, but that guy is just too damn nice. He never went for it. Our only option was to buy them out. We merged with the Muppet Mindset and effectively absorbed them and digested them for nutrients, and it worked. In all seriousness, for real this time, Ryan and Jared became incredibly close friends with us because at the time, they were the only other people we knew who knew what it was like to run a Muppet fan site. Regular bonding sessions, comparing notes, and a lot of really positive collaborations led to those guys becoming great friends and partners, and it was our privilege to get to merge our websites together. While I am very happy that the Muppet Mindset doesn't exist anymore, we don't really need more competition, thank you very much. I'm proud of the website that they built and the legacy that they're leaving behind for the entire Muppet fan community. Therefore, I am very honored to present the Benny Vandergast Memorial Award to those jerks from the Muppet Mindset.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you very much. Obviously, I'm here in my beautiful Muppet Mindset shirt. When I had a thing. Ryan's not here to give his speech, which is a shame. So I don't know what to do there. I don't know. Anyone want to jump in?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it, Jeff.
Hi, guys. On behalf of Ryan, I am so humbled, honored, and tickled pink that the Muppet Mindset is receiving the Benny Vandergast Memorial Award in honor of our 15th anniversary. It's truly impossible for me to believe that 15 years have gone by since the Muppet Mindset began. Seems like just yesterday we were celebrating the 10th anniversary in 2019 and the 11th in 2020, and then a pandemic-fueled blur for the next 4 years. When I launched the Muppet Mindset back in 2009, the goal was to provide Muppet fans an outlet to express themselves and connect with each other while spreading love, joy, boomerang fish, and gargling gargoyles. It's remarkable to see how much the fan community has grown over the years. And knowing that I've played a small part in inspiring new fans to discover the Muppets and Jim Henson's work is perhaps the best legacy I could ever hope to have. There are so many people who helped me get here, but in the interest of time, I won't make Jared list them all, or Jeff, even though each of their names would sound so cool in his accent. I agree. I owe the contributors, fans, artists, writers, designers, and performers who helped lift up the Muppet Mindset over the years an unending debt of gratitude. Each of them were the heart and soul of our little operation, and I guarantee it would have crashed and burned after a few months without their support, hard work, and generosity. I also want to thank the Muppet Twitter Awards voting committee for this wonderful honor. Now that I have the Benny Vandergast Memorial Award, I'm one step closer to my dream of receiving the Angus McGonagall, the Argyle Gargoyle, Golden Grant for Gershwin Gargling. Lastly, I'd like to thank my friends, my family, my wife Sarah, my dog Monty, and my ride or die Jared Farclough, without whom there would be no Muppet Mindset, and there would be no one to read the Angus McGonagall, the Argyle Gargoyle, Golden Grant for Gershwin Gargling out loud, which would be a travesty. Thank you for everything, Jared, and thank you all for this magnificent honor.
I love the fact that I forgot Ryan to put that bit about me having to read that out in my accent. So that worked out well.
Made it very meta. I thought it was very cool.
It did. All right, now to my speech. Friends, family, esteemed Mr. Curly Twirly Appreciation Society members, It is with great privilege that I accept this honorary award for some place I used to work, the Muppet Mindset. I remember standing in line for Midway Mania at Disney's California Adventure in November of 2014 when Ryan Dozier, between his frankly horrifying takes on the state of the oil industry in the Congo, floated the idea that maybe I may take over his website when he left for greener pastures 6 months later. What I did not know then was that my life was going to completely change. That's not an exaggeration either. Things went from 0 to 100 very quickly. Suddenly, I was handed this behemoth, although I call him Gene. Suddenly, hordes of Muppet fans would turn to me for news and opinions. People at Sesame or Disney or Henson knew my name and wanted to work alongside me for things. Joe Hennes and Ryan Rowe, two people I've been inspired by since I was a teenager, became confidants and friends and later partners as I merged into Tough Peaks. Kermit the Frog has said my name. I found my people, I should say, in the Muppet performers and the writers and the people running the show. But best of all, I found my people in all of you. And that's all because Ryan Dozier let me take over his little website, which has overshadowed my life in the most magnificent way. I'm very pleased that site is being honored today, and I'd very quickly like to thank my ride or die Ryan Dozier for his friendship and for giving me a shot at a life I could have only dreamt of. Joe Hennes, for what I'm sure was a lovely introduction. I am writing this 2 weeks before the show. It was not lovely. And for being a rock as I navigated my role as one of the heads of this fandom. Ryan Rowe for always being supportive and letting me know he appreciated a little joke I throw into an article. Thank you to everyone, whoever wrote anything for the Muppet Mindset, specifically Kieran Moore, Mitchell Stein, Abigail Morn, and Marnie Hill, who are always reliable. Thank you to Jeff, who agreed to read Ryan's speech like 5 minutes ago in a Twitter DM. Thank you to Tori for creating what was always a fun event. And finally, thank you to Mr. Curly Twirly for being the best character, and I will not be taking questions at this time.
So we're actually... Next is supposed to be something else, but I actually need to read off 2 categories very quickly. Not that quickly, but because of some things. Matt Danner really wanted to be here. Something happened. He's okay. I mean, there was just some minor pickup stuff. But I am going to read the nominees for Muppet Fan Artist of the Year. And the nominees are Richard Gomez, Mel, Christopher Smigliano, Moomin, Iffy, Nico G, Christio, and Danny Beckwith. And the winner is Richard Michael Gomez. Gav, you've got 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh, you can't do this. 10 seconds. Okay. Guess who just walked in that door?
Richard, you won 3 awards. You won funniest.
Awards. He doesn't hear you. But
Richard.
Go
Richard,
get Richard.
they're all screaming your name. They all want you to go away. Anyway, I'd like to recall the time when Richard and I first met. When this
Gavri, tell Richard he won 3 awards.
Richard, you won a couple of awards. Anyway, so I'd like to talk about this.
And the next category I'm going to present, because I was going to, because I forgot to put it in the thing. What? Oh, hold on. Yeah. Wait, Gavri, turn your mic back on. What did Richard say?
Yeah, let him speak.
Richard didn't say. Richard, do you want to come back here? You want to give a when? Would you like to wait?
No, I mean we're almost done. We've got like 2 awards.
Richard,
left.
this is an awards show. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right, let me unplug my thing here.
All these instruments around here. I tried to do a very good job.
So Richard, can Richard hear me now?
Hi, I can hear you loud and clear.
Richard, you won funniest, most wild, and best fan artist.
Shit, what are you doing?
Playing the carpet? What the hell?
Thank you all so much.
Oh my gosh, Richard!
I don't know how to make him go away.
Okay, I think he guessed, David. That's exactly what he said. Okay.
Oh
and I was gonna do this later in the show, but we're gonna do it now. Most wholesome on Muppetwt. And the nominees are, I forgot I was nominated for this. And the nominees are Tori, Alexis, Angie, Muppet History, Jesse, Iffy, Alethea, and Ab with Xavier. And the winner is Muppet History.
Tori, Joshua asked me to accept on his behalf if he won.
Yeah, sure, go. Yes.
But he didn't
Why
actually
is-
tell me to say anything. He just said, if I win, accept on my behalf. So I guess I'm doing that right now. I have fulfilled a promise. The end.
Start for 2 more seconds.
I mean, do you want?
Gav,
I
do you
can
want to
improvise a
accept?
speech.
Gav, do you want to say anything, please?
I on behalf of Muppet History.
Yes.
Okay.
No, stop.
This-
Now, Jeff, you talk. Now let
all
Jeff
right,
talk.
You know, when I started Muppet History,
Jeff, that's enough. Matthew, do you want to jump in?
Muppets
Which
forever,
one of
baby.
us? There's too many.
Everyone, do you want to unmute at the same time and accept the
when I
award?
began Muppet History, I
Really the nice thing about
Yeah,
Muppet
when I
Time,
was
Muppet
History,
History,
I
nailed it.
And this is
And I said, I don't care if it-
completely Jared's fault. Thank you.
Is everybody done?
Look, Mother, it's my life, okay? So if I want to live on a beach and walk around naked, ooh.
Our next
Ruby,
presenter.
I once went to the veterinarian's hospital and do a Ralph the dog.
Oh, goodness gracious. Our next presenter. Please welcome Sam Allen from Muppet Gift of the Day.
Hi, everybody. And I'm here to give the award for Best Production. And I also have more pins on than Gav, so take that for what you will. You know, this year will be the 70th anniversary of Jim Henson's first television appearance, at least according to Muppet Wiki. It was a local Washington, D.C. program called the Junior Morning Show, on which he performed that beloved character, Pierre the French Rat. The show was canceled after its second episode, and unfortunately would not be the last time that a show featuring Henson's creations would be unceremoniously canceled during its first season. Despite this inauspicious start, Jim Henson obviously went on to create an amazing body of work that has gone on to inspire generations of fans, some of which have gone on to bring us new projects, starring the iconic creations that he brought us, including this year's nominees for Best Production. And they are The Muppets Mayhem, Cookie Monster's Bake Sale, Oscar's Handmade Halloween, Elmo and Tango Holiday Helpers, Elmo's Mindfulness Spectacular, and the 54th season of Sesame Street. And the winner is, envelope please. All right, let's get all right, one envelope. All right, get this one open. It's a Muppets Mayhem. Congratulations. Jeff, it's all yours.
I'll be accepting this on Jeff's behalf.
It's really bad. I had asked Ryan to do it, and that's really
fair enough.
screwed up. You guys, thank you. On behalf of Adam Goldberg, or Adam F. Goldberg, Bill Barrett, and myself, I want to say thank you for voting for us. This was a roller coaster of a production. From concept to release, nothing about this was easy. Every step was a struggle. It turns out making a Muppet Show is hard. Thank you to Muppet Studio, Disney Plus, our producers, our writers, our cast, our crew. Thank you for all the fan support. Thank you to Joe Hennis and the gang at Tough Pigs. We we honestly want to make something. Oh, I'm getting emotional. We honestly want to make something worthy of the Muppet pantheon that inspired us growing up. And to see it embraced by the Muppet fan community, and to see, hear, wear, read the response, see the art it inspired is the greatest gift we could receive. And Emmy is very nice. And it felt like vindication. This is validation. This show was made by fans, for fans, and this award was given to us by you, the fans. So it truly means more than words can express. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the team at Muppets Mayhem. And congratulations to us, so now we don't have to hear Jeff Yorks again. No, I'm kidding.
I did want to add one thing.
Yeah. No, what's that? I feel like Richard wants to say something. Richard, you want to say something real quick?
If you shouldn't let him say anything if you know what's good for you.
You shouldn't let me talk at all.
I'm a little bit scared to be next to him right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been
Would
talking
you,
trash about
I
all of
can
you.
send
Yeah,
Richard,
but-
Richard, since you're here now, would you like me to send you the next category and present it?
Oh yes, please.
Do you want an instrument?
I always have an instrument.
Not my guitar, please. Oh my gosh.
Mel,
Okay.
this is a song I wrote just for you. Mel, you're great.
How
Mel,
do you
you're
great?
grand. Haha.
Okay, hold on.
You want a fanzine better than anyone in the land.
Mel's, who did you write that for?
I wrote that for Mel. Am I supposed to be doing for Mel? Wait, am I doing someone else? What am I doing?
No,
I've got concerns that Richard has rabies and we're just not talking about it.
Everybody's asking about your date.
Everybody's asking about my date. Oh, that's lovely.
It went
Thanks,
well.
guys.
You
It
should
went
look at his
very
name.
well.
No, Jared.
Jared,
Richard is Richard's auditioning for the live action
Never mind,
remake of
Richard-
Old Yeller.
Richard, forget it.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
You look
Matt,
great. Okay, and the nominees for the big one, it's not our last category, but it is the big one, Muppet Twitter User of the Year. I don't know. There's like anyway, the nominees are Tough Pigs at Tough Pigs, Nova at Melanated Muppet, Commitment at Commitment Pod, Tori at Muppet Now, Richard Gomez at Starman's Art. There's something going on in that corner. The people who are watching the YouTube stream can't see it, but Richard has rabies or something. This will get posted later. Muppet Wiki at Muppet Wiki, Mary at Muppet Fellow, Muppet History at History Muppet, Muppet Gift of the Day at Gifts of Puppets, and Kendall Roy at Kendall Roy from Muppetwt. And the winner is Muppet History. He is undefeated in
Tori,
this category. Yeah, Joe.
Joshua asked me to accept on his behalf if he wasn't here. I got a great idea that I think you're gonna love.
Don't.
Everyone, get ready to hit that mute button.
Don't, Rich.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that. That was a horrible idea.
Gavry, if you want to briefly say something on behalf of Muppet History.
Can I? How many seconds do I have?
And that was enough from Gavry. Finally, this got off the rails so quickly, and some people are enjoying this, and other people are looking at me like they want to die. Finally, I like to bring things for full circle, and in the first year, both Best Fan Podcast and Best Host of a Muppet Fan Podcast went to Muppet Fans Talking. I was trying to put together a reunion, but sadly, Maria and Sprout couldn't make it tonight. But Mary's always available. No, I'm kidding. So please welcome two-time Muppy winner in the podcast section. Yes, we know you've won 3, Mary. Please welcome one of the hosts of Muppet Fans Talking, Mary Muppet Fellow.
Hi, everybody. It's an honor just to be here tonight. Muppet podcasts are a wonderful thing. It is a chance for hosts to talk about what they love and analyze why we love it. But it also is a chance for listeners to invite those people into their homes, into their cars, maybe into where you work. Don't know why you would let people into your homes like that. That's kind of dangerous, but it's an honor to announce all these nominees and the winner. Your nominees for Best Muppet Fan Podcast are Kermitment, Hubba What? The Great Muppet Fandom Panel. To introduce our guest star, Muppeturgy, The Muppets Mayhem Backstage Pass, Moving Right Along, a Muppet Movie Podcast, and Fraggle Talk Classic. And the Muppy Award for Best Muppet Fan Podcast goes to Kermitment!
Oh my God, Joe, we did it!
Oh, Jared, sorry. Only the podcast that you were a guest on won.
Oh, wow.
Jared and I accepted anyway because we were really expecting to win this one.
Well, did you write a speech?
Will you thank my wife when you do? That's all I request.
I only ever thank your wife, Sam.
I think I think Sam, you can go ahead with your prepared remarks.
Well, okay, then first I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with all the lost Sunday mornings and the occasional evenings listening to the Muppet Babies and Fraggle Rock theme songs over and over again. And I'd like to thank my friend and co-host, Matthew Gatos, who does he makes doing this project so fun and easy for me that I often just suspect what it is that I'm not pulling my weight. But talking to him and getting to know him better every Sunday morning is just as rewarding for me as getting to know the Muppets better. And finally, thank you to all of you for nominating and voting for us, and for everybody who listens to our labor of love and masochism. It's really genuinely an honor and so cool to get to be part of this community that does stuff like put on award shows. That's just like, what other fandom does stuff like that? So cool.
Yeah, I am genuinely shocked that we have won this again, actually, which is just amazing. I'd also like to thank my wife and also Sam's wife, both of whom had no idea how much Muppet Babies they were agreeing to watch when they said I do. Thank you to Sam for making us both sound great by cutting out all the parts of the podcast that make us sound dumb, and for making Kermitment alongside me. We've been coworkers for about 8 or 9 years and friends for a little less than that. But doing this podcast has made us closer than we ever were before doing it. So I'll always be grateful to this fun, weird podcast we record in our pajamas every Sunday morning.
No, we both wear these suits. We both wear these suits every time we record.
Right, but pajama pants on the bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
But thank you to all the people who have illegally uploaded so many hours of Muppet content for us to watch on this lifelong journey. Please keep doing that. We could not do this podcast without you. And thank you to everyone who nominated and voted for us, and the listeners. Thank you to every guest that has ever agreed to be on our podcast. We got Jeff Yorks, Brian J. Jones, Bill Beretta, Adam F. Goldberg, Catherine Green, Hal Lublin, David Levy, Craig Shemin, the award-winning Lindsay Kelk, Sujith Varghese, Jared Fairclough, Nick Jenkins, and Joe Hennis. Thank you all so much. Please keep listening, but most of all, keep believing.
Keep pretending.
And that's just about wraps up another one. But before we go, Grover won again. Grover won the whatever award. I'm sorry, Robbie. That was a bit. It wasn't a great bit. Thank you to everybody who's here and presented or was nominated. We had about 53 people in this Google Meet. There was 8 of them left. Who knows where they went? But before we go, there are a few people I have to thank. One is, of course, as you might have noticed, there weren't that many spelling errors this year. You can thank Zach Woolner for that. Zach proofread my entire thing. Thank you, Zach. I need to thank Robbie for doing some clipping for me. I want to thank Matthew Soberman. I think Matthew did something to help me, but I can't remember what. I have his name written down.
I provided my damn good looks.
There we go. I want to thank you to Amy, Princess Muppet, who hosted the pre-show, which you can still listen on Twitter Spaces. It will be recorded. I want to thank Sam Allen. I want to thank Sam Allen so much. He made that amazing website that he surprised me with that one day last year. And it's both for this and the Muppet Fan Hall of Fame, and it's just such a good website, and I can't thank you that enough. I want to thank Angie for helping me with the In Memoriam segment. She did a little bit of research for that. She actually found some people who I had not realized had passed away, and we were able to still honor them in the In Memoriam, which is just, incredibly important to me. Making sure that's everyone. I think that's everyone. Oh yeah, the Muppet Table Reads team. The Muppet Table Reads team. There's a whole real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but here's all the names of everybody who was in that opening number. There's Andrew, Jazia, Freddie, Gavin, Beck, Alex, Jamie, Griff, Jesse, Tova, Marcelo, Zach, and his daughter Penny. Thank you all for that amazing opening number. And I really could not have done this. I know I joke and I kid. I couldn't have done this year without Kim Kermiggy. He was so helpful in putting everything together. Actually, briefly before we leave, Kim, do you have anything you want to say? Anybody you want to thank?
I just want to thank all the amazing and weird and crazy Muppet people who make being on Muppet Twitter the best time of my life. I spend way too much time on Twitter. This is a known fact, and I wouldn't spend half the time I do if it wasn't for all of you. So it's actually your fault that I'm chronically online. But I love you for it, and I'm so grateful that I got to meet some of my amazing friends at the DMV Muppet Twitter meetup as well. And that is my thank yous. And thank you to Tori for asking me to be a part of this, because I was so happy to help and to get to be here and feel important.
Okay, and before we go, we've got 2 minutes before I want to be out of here. Richard and Gavri, you have 15 seconds.
I'd like to read you the entire work of alleviates oozing and minimizes eradicate
and that was the end of the 15 seconds. Good night, everybody! I'm going to end the stream. If you're on the meet, you can stay for... Oh, and tune in to Twitter Spaces. If you're watching this live, we're about to have an after party. It's going to be great. Bye!
And that's the end.
Okay, the stream has stopped. To all the presenters,